Good morning. My name's Harsh, and I am incredibly committed to blue. But anyway, straight into the meat and potatoes, because I think everyone has started to lose their mind a bit, and some of the information that's out is not right. It's not right, or something's seriously gone amiss here. And what am I talking about? What am I talking about, I hear you say? So straight into the meat and potatoes, because we need to get this sorted pretty quick. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back a little bit, and we're going to look at this. Now, this is the floor with which Dylan was on, and Xana and Ethan. Okay? So what the latest news that's come out, obviously, is blowing everyone's minds about screams and about Ethan and where Ethan was killed. And if people remember the Alpha David, what did that Alpha David say? Let me remind you. That was very close to Robbie Williams, Let Me Entertain You. But I'm going to read an excerpt from it, and I'll put the excerpt up on the screen as well. So, just before the room, there was a bathroom door on the south wall of the hallway. As I approached the room, I could see a body, later identified as Canodals, laying on the floor. Canodal was deceased with wounds which appeared to have been caused by an edged weapon. Also in the room was a male, later identified as Ethan Chapin, hereafter Chapin. So, looking at this picture, what are we talking about? We're talking about the fact that as these officers entered this house and they've come down here, they've come round through the living room, past the bathroom, they've got a clear view straight on of the doorway of this bedroom marked here as bedroom 4. Now, if Ethan was in the doorway of there or had been killed in the doorway of here, surely when they're approaching it, it would have been Ethan that was seen and not Xana. They have stated in the Alpha David that Ethan was indeed in the room, and they've obviously had to pass Xana in order to see him. So let's just come back up on the screen for now, and you can see my incredibly beautiful soon to be 43-year-old face. Remember, February the 13th, day before Valentine's Day, that's me. And, yeah, so look. What's right? And I suppose this is the danger, isn't it? This is the danger when everybody gets excited. New information comes out and everybody jumps on it. I've done it. But I sat there last night and I thought to myself, hold on a second. I'm sure that's not right. And I had to go back. And I had to check and I had to read. And it then led to the question, right, so what are we saying then? Are we saying that someone knew that Ethan had been attacked in the doorway and ended up in the room? Or was someone insinuating that he was found outside the room, which then disputes the Alpha David? You know, that's the issue that I have. It's just that piece of information that is on social media. And, you know, we're saying that these statements that are being made and are coming from inside sources or sources close to the case or even family members. You know, that's the last piece of information was a Reddit a Reddit post that came from apparently Ethan's family and someone who had been verified. And that since that information has come out, now we're going down this route of information that just simply isn't seeming to be correct, or certainly disputes the Alpha David. I'm doing it. That's a bit much, isn't it? Alpha David every 5 minutes. Quit it. But look, and that's the issue that I have at the moment. That information just isn't. There's something amiss there. Now, this is where you're going to have issues in court, because I was thinking, I have an issue with Dylan Mortensen and this 8-hour delay. You'll know, and let's just touch on this before I shoot off and let you all go on with your day. So on this picture again here, we've got bedroom 3, which is the bedroom with which Dylan Mortensen was in, which is at the base of the stairs that would have led up to the victims upstairs, Kaylee and Madison. Now, so what we're now saying is, what would have made sense if that information was right, is that Brian had gone up those stairs, or the perpetrator had gone up them stairs. What I'm saying Brian because this is the version of events that everyone's currently trying to push, is that Brian is the person who did it and the targets were potentially upstairs. So then what led him to then feel that he had to go around this corner? Now, if someone was out of that room or in the doorway, now I believe that those in bedroom 4 potentially had heard exactly what Dylan said she had heard upstairs and had ventured out of that room and walked round past the bathroom facing the stairs. And that has subsequently caused the perpetrator to then go after the people who was in this room, bedroom 4. And that is why the door was open. It would be Xana found in the doorway, not Ethan. And the struggle commences down here, because this is your collateral damage, if you like. Victims upstairs and targets upstairs. Downstairs was getting rid of witnesses, which then asks more. It then asks more questions, doesn't it? Because did that person not know that there was witnesses in there? Did they get caught off guard and go after these? That would then say, well, they definitely didn't see somebody in bedroom 3, so they completely did miss Dylan. Or is it a fair assumption to assume that if they thought there was another witness in the house, they would have indeed gone after them? It wouldn't have took much to get into this room. And we know that there was also Bethany as well in the house. There's a lot of questions still, but that information I just felt needed to be cleared up. According to the Alpha David, one last time, give me that. It wasn't Ethan found in the doorway. It was, in fact, Xana who was the first one to be seen as approaching that bedroom. So I'd like to know where the very first person who said it was Ethan outside the room, where that had come from. It is something that I had heard 100%, and you know, I have to hold my hands up, as I am one of the people who got caught off guard with that piece of information. But just so everybody is now clear, look at the Alpha David. I know I said one more time. I'll catch you all in the next one.